So, I've been promising for a couple of weeks to do this, so I thought we might as well do this. This video is going to be a long-term running report and a bit of background on this tractor. This is the main tractor I drive. As you can see, Massey 7616. Before we get into this, down there in the description, I'm going to leave two videos. One is what we were running before we got her and what she arrived like, just to give you a bit of background on, well, how it all come to be, really. So I thought first, well, give you a minute to watch them videos. Go on, I'll wait for you. It's all right. You back? You watched them? Couldn't be bothered? Probably. So, start initially with what this is. This tractor is a Massey 7616 Dyna 6. It says it there, look. Massey Ferguson 7616. We're going to talk about basically what this tractor is and how it fits in Massey's range and what it's been like to live with for the last few years and the last couple of thousand hours. So as you can see, she's a Massey 7616 Dyna 6. This model replaced the direct older replacement would have been a 6485. This basically was the start of the new, of what is the current range. We've got 7616. Then it went to a 7716, and it's now a brand new one will be a 7716S. 76 series, I'm just going to cover the bottom two, which is what this is. You can either have this as a 7616 or a 7618. If you went up to a 7620, that's a completely different animal, different engine and all that. But she is, you can see, we've just got front weights on the front of her. Front suspension you can see down there. She's a 6.6 litre CASTO engine under the bonnet. Driving through Massey's Dyna 6 transmission, which is a 4-range, 6-power shift, but it's a robotic range change. There's no actual gear levers on it. Cat 3 linkage. We've got the spools there for power beyond. She's also got down there that black switch, black socket. That's your Isobus. Hydraulic brakes, but no air. She originally come on 420 fronts, 520 rear, Michelin tyres. They'd been on stony soil, so the treads were a bit cut and they're a bit narrower than what we wanted. So she now sits on 480 65 28 fronts and 600 65 38 rears. The reason we went for these and not the higher war 580s is because during springtime we have a set of flotation tyres, so we had to go for that height of tyre to be able to run the right ratio for the flotations. She does have cab suspension. She actually has the uprated cab suspension. Again, yeah, she's 50k. That was part of what we wanted. It was an upgrade on the old one. Going to the cab. So Massey do 3 specs tractors these days, you can either have an efficiency, which is your basic bog standard spec. You can then go up to the transport, which that usually is a 50k with basic cab suspension, front suspension, or you can go for what this is, which is the exclusive spec. On the exclusive spec, they all tend to have this armrest, usually with the twin electric spools, although you can get it with a joystick, and either manual or electronic spools down here. The exclusive spec, you also gain that joystick, which gives you your forward, reverse, preset engine, PTO, linkage lifts, 2 preset transmissions, and one of your hydraulic services. Again, also on the exclusive spec, you usually get the screen, which that you can use to alter things like your transmission settings. Try not to make crap myself here. Yeah, transmission settings. As you see, we've got up here what I'm using on my average fuel use. Gearbox settings up there. It also is your ISOBUS screen. You can also set up varying other tractor functions. As I said, got the uprated cab suspension, which gives you this little knob down here, so you can alter how hard or soft you want the cab suspension. 4-speed PTOs, that was a big thing for us. We wanted all the available PTO speeds, so we've got 540 and 1000, which you're either hitting at 1500 revs or 2000 revs. Got her on the edge cut, so she's on 1000 standard, so we can run her about out 1100 revs. Yeah, there's a quick overview on what she is. Right, so I suppose we better talk about a bit of when she come with us, what she replaced. So she actually come to us spring of 2018. I'm replacing a Massey 8120, so we've gone up from 145 horsepower to now running 165 with a 185 horsepower boost. So on top of that, also we gained 50k suspension. It was a fair jump up in terms of what we were running to what we are running now, but at the same time, very much a worthwhile one. Ooh, Christ, it's wet here. So main jobs, she pretty much took over from the 8120. The only job that she doesn't do that the 8120 used to is the baling. That's more because the last summer we started using the Deutsch with the power beyond and found it a better system. So give you a year-round sort of view. She typically start the year on the edge cutter, like she is now, which is a McConnell PA 60, 6 metre each. It's a good sort of match for this tractor. She's got just that little bit of weight around just to make things a little bit more balanced. From there she will go on to flotation tyres and be running I think it's certainly a 3 bag if not a 4 bag Kuhn bag muck sower. That'll take us into the start of first cut, which she'll usually be hooked to the what is now the Vicon 8 metre rate. She was previously to that on a 7 metre class. Also do quite a bit of the mowing, a little bit of bale cart. If we've got a big bale carting job, she'll either run both the trailers or she'll run the bigger 25-foot trailer. From then, back into winter and back into edge cutting. That's sort of the general. I mean, there's bits and pieces in between as well. Like this year, I've been robbing her for running my topper. We've done some silage carting with her, so she is a jack of all trades, but at the same time, not really doing anything that she's not right on top of the job of. So, the all-important question regarding any long-term run machine, reliability. Now, we have put about 2,000 hours on this tractor since we've had it, and it hasn't been flawless and fault-free, but it's been pretty good. Can't really knock it. A lot of the faults were actually faults the tractor was bought with that we ended up having to sort out ourselves. A few little niggles along the way. So what have we actually done to this tractor since we have? We obviously, you know, we put new tyres on it. That was more to make it fit for the purpose we were trying to use it for. When it come the rough field, the joystick wasn't working. We had a fault code up to do with the sensor in the gearbox for the boost. The joystick turned out to be, it had fried its control unit. Not actually horrifically expensive. The boost sensor, it was the little plate on a shaft that senses it that had gone wrong. Dear enough because it was a split tractor job. We had some dreaded AdBlue related issues. That was just a few sensors in the exhaust. Again, not really a serious thing. We've had, there's an electro-hydraulic valve in the back of the tractor, only a little switch. That packed up this year. Again, not a big job, not an expensive job. Oh, and it's had a new set of batteries. So it sounds like a bit of a list, but a lot of the issues were issues it had before we had her, and there hasn't been any frightening bills, should we say, for her. We did all the AdBlue sense, or the AdBlue, and the, it'll come to me in a minute, boost function. There's a couple of other little bits. We actually just stuck it in the dealership, gave it to them for a week, and they sorted it out. And really, they did transform the tractor. Made it a good tractor. In my eyes, fantastic tractor. I mean, it's all subjective. Make a great haulage tractor. We have used it on haulage, working beautifully smooth and fast down the road. The work we do field work, it's been great. I mean, it's probably not the tractor you'd want to hitch up to a great big heavy piece of cultivation equipment, but at the same time she would handle something quite substantial. So in general, in terms of running her and sort of long-term reliability, she's been pretty spot on. I can't really fault her on that.
Wait for the connection. Bluetooth connect.
video now, and really I just wanted to summarise thoughts, feelings on the tractor. So as we know, we've run this tractor now for a couple of years and put a couple of thousand hours on it. So we've gained the sort of idea of what this tractor is going to be like to live with in terms of long-term reliability and general user friendliness, and that's just what I'm going to summarise now. As we know, she's not been fault free. We've had a couple of little electrical gremlins. We've had the dreaded AdBlue related trouble with it. But that's joys of modern tractor ownership. We are lucky in the fact that the Massey dealership that we use, they're very good. They're very quick at coming out to us, despite the fact that the tractor wasn't bought off them. And they've got a lot of mechanics working for them and very few fitters. You guys running gear will know what I mean by this. And at the end of the day, these tractors with all their electronic toys on them are still going out and working in the same mud, muck, God knows what else all year round as the little 135, which, you know, their electronics were limited to lights, indicators, starter and a charging system. So, you know, on that score we can't really fault her. She's a good, solid, reliable tractor and a great looking tractor, I've always thought. Massey did get this one right. Cab layout's beautifully easy to use. It takes a bit to get used to setting the tractor up, just because it is that more technically advanced than the 8120 Massey replaced. Now we're onto it and we can tune it. Beautifully simple, easy to use tractor. So I suppose the final point is, we've always got to say, would I buy one? And the simple answer is no. Might be shocking that, but there's a reason for this. Everyone else must be thinking these tractors are good because they're holding the price to the point that there's even a rough, bold-tired, high-out machine would still be way out of what I could afford. So that's it. Bit of a, not quite sure how this video is going to have turned out, but that's sort of the long-term sort of look at 7616 and where it sort of fits into Massey's range a bit. I hope you have enjoyed this video. It's been a bit of a funny one. I've struggled with this video, I will admit. It's been a lot more difficult to try and articulate it than I ever thought it would be. But yeah, that's it. I will give you a grumpy thumbs up, but it's pitch black and you probably can't see it. So yeah, hope you have enjoyed it. Don't forget to give us a grumpy thumbs up on this video if you have enjoyed it. We have the shop down in the description, along with the links to CASTO's channel and Anthony Farmer's channel. Like I said, not got much of this year left, but I'd love to promote their channel to the end of this year. You know, everyone's supposed to be on lockdown. We've got nothing better to do. Go on and check out their channel. That's it. Hope you enjoyed watching. Hope you found it none too boring. And